Here we are at Marketing My Art, which is being held in a beautiful facility at the St. Louis Dog Museum in gorgeous Queenie Park, St. Louis, Missouri. And we just had a 2-day seminar with some of the best pros in the business, giving tips and direction to a lot of other professionals and amateurs and a lot of people who are just interested in understanding how to market their own art, where to go, where to put their things, who to contact, and what direction is going to be best to serve them to market their artwork. So one of our participants today is?
Lynn Lees.
Hello, Lynn.
Hi.
And you volunteered to come up and give us a little testimonial on what you thought this weekend did for you.
Well, I'm kind of new to it, and you can't find information anywhere, and I thought, especially with this being the first time, they did a phenomenal job. I mean, you'd never know it was first time, and just tons of information, great brainstorming between everybody, and very informative and encouraging and energetic, and so I'll plan on it next year.
So what were you hoping to get out of this weekend?
Oh, how to do it.
How to do it.
I know how to do it wrong in a few places, but it's nice to have somebody that's blazed trails that you already get the information you need.
So they had a couple of different handouts for it, in fact, a big booklet actually that gave you a lot of bullet point directions and so forth. So what's your next action going to be?
Well, we had to make a list, was one of our homework, so that is something I will be pursuing that. And it's so nice to have that booklet because I spend time taking notes, and you miss a lot when you're trying to make sure you get the information. So it was great that it was presented that way.
And I know that the group is going to keep in contact with everyone too in the future to make sure that you do in fact take action with some of the things that you learned this weekend.
Right, right. Yeah,
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
You look excited.
Oh, I am.
Good.
I mean, it's you have your own little family. We all have the same goals, so you do better working as a team, so.
Excellent. Thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
And good luck. You bet.
Great job, guys.
And here I am at Marketing My Art, and we're speaking with Lorraine, who spent the weekend here, the 2-day workshop, and it was 2 long days, wasn't it?
Well, they went by really quickly.
And tell me what you do and why you wanted to be here.
Well, I'm a pastel artist, and I paint landscapes in plein air and in the studio. I also do portrait work, pets and people and animals. And I'm kind of at a turning point and kind of felt stuck, especially when it came to networking. So, and I live in a rural area, so that's very important. I don't live in the St. Louis area. I live in Rolla, Missouri. It's a 2-hour drive anywhere, so it was important to me to learn some networking skills.
And you got to meet a lot of new friends and
I did.
new people. And of course, all of the people who presented this weekend were pros. And you got thousands of dollars worth of information in just a couple of days. And so what's your next action? What are you going to do when you get home?
Well, I think that for me, the important thing is to apply what I learned today from the social media expert. I've been dabbling with the social media, but kind of amateurish, and I loved what I learned today, and I was really excited about being able to consolidate that with the one app that she showed us where we can put a post together and then it goes out to all of your social media websites that you want it to go to in one step.
Yeah. Jesse Barash, one of the presenters this weekend, gave you an assignment, I believe it was Jesse, to have, or was it Jim? I forget which. You know, there was so much information, but you had to do an elevator speech.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about what that is.
Well, I talked about what I do, which I already told you, and then I also talked about why I do it, which is I've always wanted to be an artist, and when life got in the way, I kind of abandoned it. When I was in my 40s, my mother-in-law came to live with us because she needed help, and so I quit my job and stayed home with her for 8 years. It was kind of a scary thing to do, to quit your job, but That's when I started working on my art. And so when I do my art, it's a thank you to not just my mother-in-law, but my father too, who told me you didn't have to have talent, you could learn it. And so that's my story.
Excellent. I wish you the best.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, and we're going to be interested in seeing what you're doing in the future here, because
you.
we're staying in contact.
And thanks to the team, it was really fabulous, and I'll be here next year for sure.
Fantastic, thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So we have another guest here today who is not an artist, but she is a social worker.
Yes.
So tell us how this whole workshop served you this weekend.
Okay, this workshop is pretty amazing because I have a lot of clients who are artists, but they don't know how to market their artworks. And I'm here to learn how to help my clients and how to build their ability, build up their value about their works.
I see. So they need to have more confidence in what they do to push their work out there and so forth?
Yes, they need to build, they need some skills to interact with people and also create their own stories, how to build a relationship with people. And also, actually for me, I think I learned a lot, especially different social medias, how to use social medias to build up your own brand. And I think, I may build up my own brand. I'm a social worker and I'm a social entrepreneur, and also maybe in the future I'm an artist.
I'm a teacher myself, and when I get up in front of the class, I teach them practically every time I'm in there that they can make a decision every day to get up. It's either going to be a good day or it's not going to be a good day, and you can make it a good day, and you need to learn something every day. And I think that we all did this weekend.
Yes, so good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Okay. We have another guest here that participated in the Marketing My Art workshop this weekend. Mark, why don't you tell us exactly what you do and why you're here?
Well, I'm here to be educated in what I do. I'm an experimental acrylic artist that tries to excite your mind and spirit,
Really?
really.
Boy, that leaves a lot for interpretation, Mark. What kind of experiments do you do? I mean, are there chemicals involved or?
Well, experimental.
Oh, okay.
What I do, I try to create art that's going to make you think. That when you look at art, different people interpret it in different ways. If you see a picture of a dog, well, it's a dog, a cat's a cat. My art, you have to really think and go deep into it to see what you get out of it, and different people see different things, different ways, and each time they look at it, they can see it differently.
So have you been doing this for a long time?
I've been painting, I guess, for about 4 years. Before that, I was a wood artist and did wood art, but I got into it because, interesting, I sold a piece of wood art to a gentleman that happened to be the head of the art department at Webster University. And I asked him what he saw in my wood art. And he basically told me he didn't see anything in it. He saw the background, and the background was painted. And he told me I should really be a painter. And ironically enough, my granddaughter was in art school at Loyola University. In fact, it was 4 years ago, because she just graduated. And for Christmas, we went to Art Mart to buy art supplies for her as a present. And she said, "Grandpa, we should get some from you." And we did, and that's how I got started painting.
So what did you take from this weekend, sitting here? Because you asked a lot of questions, too, I
I
noticed.
did. I took a lot from it.
Yeah.
My takeaway that I wrote down was this. I have a huge following on LinkedIn, and I also have a large following on Facebook, but I don't use it for anything. It's
Yeah.
just there. And I'm going to start marketing my art that way. That was one of the things, but I took a lot away from it. It was very good. It was very well facilitated, very well written, very well choreographed, and everything was really, really done extremely professionally and well.
We'd appreciate you spreading the word, because this is hopefully the first event of many to come down the line here.
It would be my pleasure.
Terrific, Mark. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Well, we have another beautiful artist here that participated in the workshop this weekend. We had a full crowd. It was a wonderful group, and everybody paid attention. I wish I had that in my class. And Mila, tell us what you do and why you're here.
I create colored pencil drawings, and also I sew and make tapestries. So I'm kind of in two different camps, and I'm trying to learn how to merge them, one, market them, two, and I got so much out of this workshop. I think the most important thing was the connections that I made here. I made friends in 2 days.
Right.
And I connected with some of the most amazing creative people around. So
And
I'm-
what did
I'm
the
very-
workshop teach you about those connections, what you should do with them?
Well, you have to nurture them, and you have to make sure that they stay hot and they don't go away. And we were talking about maybe creating a Facebook group of people who have been in the workshop, which would be awesome.
That would
Keep
be
the energy going.
That would be a great idea. So you're excited about what you learned this weekend. There was a lot to take from it, too.
Oh, yes.
You got a workbook, and I hope everybody took notes and so forth.
Lots.
You know, I'm just here, but I did. I took lots of notes. I've been doing this for a long time, but I learned something every single
Oh,
time.
that's wonderful.
So it's great. I wish you the best, and we'll keep in
Thank you.
touch.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Mila. Janice was the subject of a lot of activity this weekend because they were pinpointing you for a lot of different things. Tell us what you do, first of all, Janice.
Well, I'm a mixed media painter. I work with abstract images of the landscape, whether it is horizon line or bird's eye view or looking up into the sky. I take these images that I see and I turn them into abstractions.
Really? And when you say mixed media, explain what that is exactly.
Well, mixed media, in my regard, is acrylic painting on canvas. And then I take many other mediums such as charcoal or oil pastel or pieces of different kinds of paper, mat board, things I find on the ground. I have all kinds of things that I have in drawers that I found places, and I will alter them and I will put them into my paintings for a very specific reason.
So it's like some of those are collages,
They're
right?
collage elements
Yes.
within the painting, and so it becomes really mixed media.
And so why did you want to come to this workshop this weekend?
Oh, my goodness. If I was a marketing expert, I wouldn't need to come to this workshop, but I think I always need help. And very specifically, I am an artist who's been selling for, I don't know, I guess I started selling when the economy dropped in 2009. And I've kind of gotten stuck in art fairs and local galleries, and my goal has always been to be in galleries that are mid to higher level galleries, not only locally but outside of the city of St. Louis area. And so I needed to learn how to do that, how to approach gallery owners successfully.
Well, and I thought that the social media thing was especially interesting because it is so fluid. And even the experts said it changes every day in some way, someplace, somewhere. So what is the first action you're going to take when you get out of here?
I am going to go to my LinkedIn network, which is probably about 650 people, and I'm going to download all of those emails.
And get their emails so
and
that
get
you
my
can
email
contact
so that
them.
I can send them my newsletter.
Well, it was a great weekend, and we had a lot of great direction on how to proceed once we leave here, and not to be overwhelmed by it, to just do it a little bit at a time so you feel confident, correct?
That's right. That's absolutely correct. One step at a time, and I will get there.
And I'm here with one of the participants, Jackie, who was kind enough to give a testimonial. She volunteered, I'm pretty sure, didn't you, Jackie?
Maybe, yeah.
Yes.
That was partially volunteerism.
I heard, you sounded like you were reluctant to speak, but you were talking like a chatterbox during the thing. I heard you all the time. So tell me why you're here. Tell me what you do, first of all.
I'm a pastel and pencil artist, and I do primarily still lifes. I've done some animals, but my focus lately is still lifes that capture a moment or an idea.
Such as, what would be a good example?
One of my still lifes is like a little bear, and he's bandaged up, and he's got a Band-Aid on it, and I call that first aid, and it kind of reminds me of, the bear reminds me of one I had when I was a kid, but then it reminds me of my daughter who was always obsessed with Band-Aids and bandaging.
So a lot of your
So-
work is personal in nature too, really?
Very much so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how did you find out about this?
I had gone to a workshop previously with Lisa Ober, and then another one actually with
Lisa who?
Lisa Ober, and then Gary McMichael. I'd been to one of his as well. So I was on their email list, and when I saw this, I was very interested.
I'm glad that you jumped at the chance because it was a fantastic weekend. And what were you hoping to take away from this? Or were you just coming in with an open mind, hoping to just learn something that you didn't know?
Both. Learn things I didn't know, things I think I need to know. Art is not a primary business for me right now, so that's what I'm trying to achieve, is to work towards that.
Got
And
it.
so it was just chock full of all kinds of information, I think, to help me do that.
And you're going to tell all your friends and neighbors, aren't you? Because we hope to do this again in the near future. And
Yes, actually, I had a couple of friends that were going to come, but then they couldn't make it. So I'm going to tell them next time they better not miss it.
absolutely. And we're going to keep in touch with you, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Jackie. All right, we're here after our 2-day workshop of Marketing My Art at the St. Louis Dog Museum in Queenie Park. And it was a beautiful weekend, both inside and out, but we didn't get much chance to go outside because there was so much going on inside. Patty, tell me what you do.
I am a ceramic artist. I own and operate a studio in St. Charles, and I am just blown away by this weekend. It has been phenomenal with all the information that we've gotten. I am just so impressed.
And the whole concept of Marketing My Art swept around the circumference of everybody who does anything creative, really. I'm an illustrator by trade, and it spoke to me. You're a ceramic artist. It spoke to you because it doesn't have anything to do really with what it is you do, but what you do with it,
And how we get it out.
how you get it out.
And I was really impressed with the group of artists that were in here because they were from all sorts of different walks, different mediums, and all this information that we received can be applied to every one of us. So I committed as a full-time artist for about 3 years now. I've done a couple shows, but I'm at a point now of trying, how do I get my art out there? What are other options? And today, specifically with Mitch Hancock and the information she gave us with the social media was, I took tons of notes, and I'm ready to I'm pretty good with Facebook, but Twitter's going to kind of be my next
So it
endeavor.
sounds like you got a plan.
No, definitely.
And they gave you a map to that plan, really, today. And, this could probably be another day or another week or something like that. But you know what? There was a lot of information to stow away in 2 days. And
It sure was, and just even the amount of contacts and all the different links and, just networking with other artists and all the people that put on the workshop this weekend, just so helpful.
they
so
did a
helpful.
fantastic job, too, don't they?
Yeah.
They should do this for a living, is what I was thinking.
Well, I told Lisa Ober, sign me up for next year. I'm ready to go. Because
Absolutely.
It just was phenomenal.
So what's your first action you're going to take when you leave here?
Well, I actually have to start glazing because I have a show coming out.
Not going to do
The
it
Art
yet.
Fair at Queenie Park next
So
weekend.
what you're going to do is you're going to get your artwork. You're going to get a conglomeration of your artwork together is what you're going to do.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
then, get ready just to get it out there, but just even the lessons we learned today about talking with the public and engaging with questions and, practicing my elevator speech
There
for
you
all
go.
the new clients that come through. It's a lot to take in, but I'm ready to apply it.
That's
for sure.
fantastic. I'm planning on coming out next week, so I'm hoping I can see you now.
Yeah,
See,
great.
have a
Well,
nice,
thank you
yeah,
so
and have a
much.
nice conversation with you. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next time.
For sure.
Thanks, Patty. And here we are, wrapping it up at the Marketing My Art workshop at Queenie Park in St. Louis, Missouri.